Yo YouTube, what is going on? How's everybody doing today? Welcome back to the Jeepin' Daily channel. It has been a week since I've last uploaded, but since that last upload, we have installed the transfer case in my Jeep. So as you can recall, the previous transfer case was busted every time I would use four-wheel drive and give it any gas pressure or anything. The chains would slip, or I'm hoping it was the chains and not the front dip. But I don't know if you can tell or not, I'm a little excited because I just finally, after a week of putting the new drive shaft in, we had to replace the seal in it, which I knew was bad. The kid told me it was bad. Sorry about the water droplet if that was on the lens. But yeah, the kid told me the seal in this transfer case we just installed was bad. Said it would be okay. Filled the transfer case, drove it, and the transfer case was completely empty by the time I got home because it all leaked out. So I am trying to make a video. Shut up, please. No. Anyways, so I got a seal. I got gear fluid because the transmission I thought needed fluid, but it did not. And I bought transfer case fluid and a new U-joint because I bombed caps off of the front U-joint to put on the rear drive shaft so I could drive the Jeep, and my front drive shaft hasn't been in, so I had to buy a new U-joint for that. And I just put in fluid into the Jeep, and I just put the drive shaft in, and I have no idea if the four-wheel drive works or not. I did drive it for like a week without fluid in it. I'm hoping that didn't bust it because I haven't touched the four-wheel drive, let alone there hasn't been a front axle in it. But huge shout out to my neighbor for letting me borrow this 8mm ratchet wrench because I couldn't get any sockets and ratchets into the back spot of the front drive shaft where it meets the T case. But we're going to go outside right now. We're going to test this for the first time since it's been within the past 2 weeks, whatever. But we're going to go test it. And before we get in, I'll show you guys what I was talking about this. I just dropped the GoPro. Alright, first things first, I don't know if you can see that puddle right there, but because my transmission stick, my dad suggested it might not be the master cylinder, the transmission might just be on low on fluid because the transfer case was. But I checked, and this is where you fill it up at, and the second it popped off, fluid just started coming out. So I tightened that back up, and then we moved on to the transfer case, and no, it's not leaking. I just couldn't with the contraption that I had set up. It started to miss. And then this, every time I would put a ratchet up there with a socket, it would hit this piece. But thankfully, the neighbor had this. So everything is tightened up underneath, and it is in two-wheel drive currently. I really praying this works. I'm not going to do it around here because I don't want to make too much noise and embarrass myself in front of the whole neighborhood. So we're going to go down the street somewhere and just put it in four-wheel drive because I don't even need to try flexing on anything. I just put it in four-wheel and give it some gas, and the chains would start to slip. So we're going to go down on a back road somewhere, and we're going to test this out. And I hope to God it works. I hope to God it works. Well, I was going to do it on this road, but I didn't realize so many houses were here. And I'm not trying to disturb the peace, just in case it doesn't work. So I'm going to go around the block, and then that little incline where I just did that little pull on, I'm going to do it there because what better way to do it on a little incline than a flat road? Give it a little more stress to see if it actually works or not. So we're going to go around the block quick, and we're going to test this out. And if it works, we're going off-road soon, boys. We're going off-road soon. Alright, boys and girls, I have never been this nervous about doing this. Well, here we go. 4 high. My light didn't come on. Oh well. I can't tell if it's in or not. I don't think it's in. I'm gonna pull over and check something really quick. Alright. So, I think it's in because I put it in 4 low and it did low gear like it should. And then I put it in 2-wheel drive, let off the clutch and floored it, and it spun a tire. Then when I put it in 4 high, it spun a tire, but didn't kick in. And then I just put it back down in the 2 high, back up to 4 high, and it didn't spin. But we're gonna try this one more time. So I'm gonna put it down in 2 high. And then we're gonna go. Okay, it spun. Now, just on all procedures, and then I don't know if I should have the clutch in or not, because I don't know if it'll make a difference, but here we go again. Nope, it still spun. So I don't know what the issue is here. 2 high, gear, up. Definitely skips. It's nowhere near as loud as the last transfer case, which I'm thankful it's not as loud, but it's definitely broken. 4 high does not work, 2 high works, 4 low, it engages in a low gear ratio, but I'm not exactly sure if it engages in 4-wheel drive in 4 low. I was informed it did come out of an off-road Jeep, so I could only assume that it was in that Jeep, or that Jeep got used strictly in 4 low, and 4 high probably never worked in it, or got broken at some point while being off-roaded. But I'm pretty sure it does work in 4 low, because when I turned around purposely in 4 low, and when I was turning, it did buck. Now, I didn't pay attention if it was bucking because it was just in 4 low and it was kind of bogging, or if it was bucking back and forth as I was turning because it was in 4-wheel drive. So the only way I'll be able to find out if it actually 4-wheel drive actually works in low is if I try flexing on something and I need 4-wheel drive to get on that thing. But this kind of puts a bummer on my heart because I did spend $100 on the transfer case. It was used. I was told it came out of an off-road Jeep. I was told it needed a seal. The kid told me he didn't know if it worked or not. But end of the day, it works. It's not as loud as the last one. It's quiet while driving, which the last one wasn't. There is now fluid in it. And I guess I can add a little more fluid, but it doesn't need any more fluid. I mean, I could have added a little bit more, but it would have ended up pouring out not too long after I would add more. So it definitely does not need the fluid, but maybe it does. I will conclude this video after I go talk to my dad, and after I go back inside, I'll finish it out in my basement. Kind of a mood swing between things, and it doesn't engage right away either, which kind of sucks. But as long as 4 low works, it's summertime now. I never really used 4-wheel drive in the winter anyways, so See you guys when we get back to my room. Alright guys, so I was just getting ready to sit down and edit this video for you guys, and then I started recording an outro. Didn't realize I had less than a minute left to record, so that outro I made got cut off. So I just deleted that outro. I'm gonna do this outro really fast. But basically, the transfer case, I got $100. I got it for $100. Put it in last week or 2 weeks ago. Then I just added a lot of fluid to it today, and then we went out. Obviously, tested it. It wasn't engaging for I don't know why, but it just wasn't engaging in the 4-wheel drive. And then when it did engage, the chain was skipping, but it was quiet, and it wasn't as loud as the last one. But I got 10 seconds left, guys, so that's gonna wrap up this video. Sorry for the short outro, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new to the channel, press the subscribe button, leave a like and comment down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out.